Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Pet Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So a huge sell-off in the cryptos today, mainly probably due to liquidation from the other markets because they were really hit hard. So this looks like another just simply liquidation, which is fine. You know, it's when we've been talking about, it's been in bearish mode on the 4-hour, bearish mode on the daily. So it's not like this should be a surprise to everybody. Well, it probably is a surprise to people who aren't watching what we're doing. Let me do the retracement. So when this happens, before I do this, let me jump out. So you see it's below all the recent 4-hour levels. Go out to the daily. It's even below if we come over here. It's even below, a lot of the data we get on the chart right now. So we have to go out to the weekly mode. That's what you do when stuff starts plummeting. And there's not pausing bars unless you went down to the very short-term chart. So we jump out to our weekly mode. We start seeing price action like this. And look at that, 200-week moving average. Pretty much nailed the low so far. So that's the kind of price action we are watching for and to find the next level. And then also you scroll. Let's go over here and we go back. And we start looking, all right, what are some key levels? So you see we have this little support shelf, this little breakout high lining up with the 200 period, and then we have this support shelf right below it. So if we continue to sell off below this, and it's overdone, but doesn't mean it has to stop selling off. We're looking at about 5,100 to 5,200 as the next key support levels, and those are the kind of things you come up with the range, and then you fine tune them with the shorter term levels. So 51 to 5,200 is the next level, and then below that we'd be looking at this prior resistance coming support, and that's about 4,000. So those are your longer term levels. Not saying we're getting there, but it's always good to know what your levels are. And then we don't really have a permanent pausing bar yet. I'm just going off this low to give us an idea. So the retracement levels are correct right now on a rally. 6,200 first level, and then we'll be watching for about 6,550 and then 6,800. Those are your key levels we'll be looking for on any rally. Looks like we're running out a bit of momentum, but we will check the daily chart. And then if on a continued sell-off, if this is not the pausing bar, these levels will change, but this gives you an idea. 5,050, then 4,500 are the next levels. Let's take a look at that daily chart. Overextended, and it does look like we are going to have a potential divergence. So it's not trying to call a bottom because, we could drift sideways, but this is pulling away from the rotation zone very far. This is a liquidity or a liquidation event. So would not be surprised to see a rally, if not Friday, Monday. But the rotation zone is all the way back at about 77.50. So that's how overextended we are. Above 68.12, next level is 7,500. Looking at Ethereum also selling off pretty big. Now we're still above these lows. This is back at the end of December. So that's the key area we're still watching is 116.86. So once it blew through these levels, it was the next major one was 138.33, which I think I mentioned on the video the other day. And then 116.86 is the next level down. If we are getting a pausing bar, just to give us an idea, below 116.86, 104.32, then 83.84. On any rally, the first level we'll be watching minor resistance about 138, then we'll be watching 146, and then the rotation zone about 153. So those are the key levels. And let's switch over to the daily chart. Daily chart, you can see the rotation zone is all the way back at 193. Doubt we get there in a day, but if we did, that would be the next major target above 181. 193 would be the target right at this little breakdown ledge. So it would essentially wipe out today's big decline. But again, as we talked about, this is in bearish mode. 4-hour rotation zone is bearish. Daily rotation zone is bearish. So these kind of moves can happen when things are in a bearish condition. So you shouldn't be surprised. That's why I always say have a plan, know where your stops are. If you're long only, because there will be a buying opportunity in the future. Thanks for listening to us. Hope everyone survived the big sell-off, and talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.